Hey Griffin, so today we're going to be looking at the homework that you had, involving graphs, and how to read graphs. So you're going to use these graphs here to answer each of the questions here. So we'll start with this first one here. You have some archery results, and this graph denotes the number of bullseyes scored, okay? So for each X, it shows how many bullseyes were scored for each section. If there were 0 scored, they're put an X. If there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, okay? So we look at this and it says, okay, how many archers scored 4 bullseyes? Okay, so I go to the number 4, okay, and I notice there's only 2 X's. So I just put, well, the number of archers that scored 4 bullseyes would just be 2 because there's 2 X's there. Now, what was the most common number of bullseyes scored? Okay, notice here, the one that's the highest is also 2. So that would be 2. What was the most common number of bullseyes scored? Well, it would just be 2. Okay, so let's look at this next section here. It says, which month were the most houses sold, right? So we have the month here, we have the number of houses sold. Notice here, we want to look for the dot that's the highest. Notice here, that would be April. April's all the way up here, a little bit below 35. It looks like around 34, so it'd be April. And I'll put A-P-R. Now, in which month were about the same number sold as were sold in August? So I go to August here, and I'm like, okay, which one is closest to August on this line? I can draw a line all the way across. Notice that one's going to be March as well. So I'm just using these graphs to pull some data out and answer these questions. Last two here. Which grades raised the same amount for the school book drive? Okay, so I look, okay, which ones were the same amount? So I want to see which ones lie on a line I could draw across and both of them touch. Well, it looks as if first and fifth. So I could put 1 and 5. The school's goal was to raise $1,500. How much did they raise in all? So what you can do is you can estimate by using these lines here, right? So this one is around 350, so I'll have 350 for first grade. Second grade was around 300. Third grade was around 450. Fourth grade is around 200. And fifth grade was around 350, okay? And I know these aren't exact answers, but this is close. We can kind of get like a rough number, okay? If they wanted to actually give us the numbers, they could have done that as well, okay? So when I add all these together, 350 plus 300 is going to give me 650, plus 450 is 1100, okay? Plus a 200 here is going to give me 1300, and if I add 350 to that, I'm going to get 1,650, okay? And that's roughly, so I can put like an estimate sign right here, okay? So they roughly raised about that much. So they did meet their goal. They went a little bit over estimated, and even if we gave like a little bit of room there, I'd still say they made it, okay? So you're gonna be doing this for your homework for today. Go ahead, get started, good luck.